Breaking news, Argentina's bailout has now doubled to $40 billion in taxpayer money.
So America's dumbest person, the alleged President Donald Trump, bailed out Argentina with $20 billion. But now the America First president is contemplating doubling that to $40 billion. So tell me again how this president is America First. No money for the American people, but $40 billion for Argentina. Yeah, that's what your president's doing, MAGA.
America first! America first! Oh wait, that $20 billion bailout to Argentina is now $40 billion. All while the Republicans are trying to gut Medicaid and healthcare for working Americans, while farmers are sitting there with no soybeans being sold because of Trump's bullshit tariffs. So even MAGA, this is not America first. You have been swindled. You have been lied to.
The $40 billion.
So I'd really like to ask MAGA, how is that America First? Because it's in South America? It's America First?
40 billion. Yeah, you probably heard 20. It's not. It's 40 billion of American tax dollars is going to Argentina, to bail them out for their failed economy. Yeah. Can you imagine right now being a parent of a disabled child, being told all your services were cut off, but we're gonna take care of those people in Argentina? Can you imagine being a houseless person or a mother of 3 living in her car right now, literally seeing the headline that the American tax dollars of 40 billion is going to fucking Argentina, not to help with a single motherfucking American in America right now. Which I don't know if anyone is in the same boat, but I don't know anybody right now who's not doing a little bit of a with their finances. Because everything fucking costs more money right now. So $40 billion going to Argentina just right out in our face, just so you guys are clear, is literally a big fuck you from the President of the United States.
As if $20 billion to Argentina while the United States government is completely shut down isn't bad enough, how about we up it to 40 billion? Yep, I just said 40 billion because that's exactly what they're doing today. They're trying to find a way to double the bailout to Trump's friend down there in Argentina before the elections that are happening down there. And this is after China swooped in and bought all their soybeans from Argentina, therefore further screwing over, because of Trump's tariffs, the American farmer. It's October 15th. The United States government has been shut down since October 1st. American federal government workers' paychecks are now questionable in terms of who's going to get it, who's not going to get it, because according to him, some people deserve back pay and some people don't. We're seeing TSA not show up. We're seeing airports that are having to juggle ridiculous schedules. We have military members, both domestic and internationally, that don't know if they're going to get paid. But we can come together to find out how to send $40 billion to a different country. Yeah.
MAGA, ask yourselves, why is Donald Trump bailing out Argentina to the tune of now $40 billion while he's cutting your programs here at home? He's bailing out another person, another president who fucked up their economy, just like Donald Trump's doing to our economy. Listen, the difference between the U.S. and Argentina is that we might bail out Argentina, but nobody's coming to bail us out. Nobody's coming to bail us out. You need to understand that your president is an economic fucking hurricane. He is an economic disaster, and you're going to suffer for it.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of FAFO season. Because the orange man is not only bailing out Argentina, but he just doubled Argentina's bailout from $20 billion to $40 billion. You heard that right. But let me get this straight, because America is literally in the middle of a government shutdown. Hospitals are cutting back because Republicans want to slash Medicaid and Medicare. American farmers, the same people who who actually voted for MAGA policies are losing their lands, begging for bailouts, and some are even filing for bankruptcy. And in the middle of that chaos, the orange man just decided to double Argentina's bailout money from $20 billion to $40 billion of taxpayers' money. Not bailing out American farmers, not trying to fix healthcare, but bailing out Argentina, another country down in South America. Can you believe this? American farmers left around and found out that the orange man doesn't care about y'all. He's actually bailing out another country's farmers because Argentina is the biggest competitors of American farmers in soybean export to China and globally. And I want you to remember this: the same people, the same movement who actually ran on America First policies, the same people who promised to protect American workers, American farmers, the American economy, and now the same MAGA voters, especially in the Midwest, are looking around and asking themselves, wait a minute, this isn't what we actually voted for. Was this all just a slogan? Because you've got soybean farmers in Iowa, Missouri going bankrupt, while Argentina gets billions and billions of dollars in bailout. And to make it worse, you've got folks in red counties losing healthcare while the government is actually writing checks to foreign governments. But the irony is, instant karma is actually hitting these same fellow American farmers who actually went ahead and voted for the orange man are now getting hit with instant karma and the FAFO moment of their lives because they're crying on social media, begging the government for bailouts and crying for sympathy. Yet they did this to themselves, and that's why the rest of America is actually telling them, we don't care. But let me know in the comments, guys, do you care about these MAGA farmers who actually went ahead and voted against their best interest? Like the video, subscribe if you're new, leave me a comment of your opinion down below. Let's take a look. I'll be back with more commentary after this.
Remember that $20 billion to Argentina? Yeah, it's now double that. Trump's Treasury Secretary just announced that the US is giving Argentina $40 billion. They literally doubled it overnight. And here's what they're calling it: an economic Monroe Doctrine. Fancy words for America first, except when it's Argentina first. Oh, and by the way, Argentina already got $20 billion from the IMF back in April. This is their 23rd bailout since the 1950s. They're literally the IMF's most frequent customer and biggest debtor. And here's where it gets interesting. You know who's actually getting bailed out here? BlackRock, Fidelity, PIMCO, and two guys named Stanley Druckenmiller and Robert Citron. Ever heard of them? They both worked with Treasury Secretary Bessent at Soros Fund Management. These guys are holding massive amounts of Argentina debt, and instead of taking the loss, they're getting rescued with your tax dollars. Meanwhile, back in America, federal workers not getting paid during the shutdown. American soybean farmers absolutely destroyed by Trump's tariffs. China stopped buying from us and started buying from, wait for it, Argentina. The government shut down. Bessent himself said it's costing us $15 billion a day. Your healthcare, Obamacare subsidies expiring, so get ready for your cost to skyrocket. So help me get this straight. We can't pay our own federal workers. We can't fund our own government. We can't afford healthcare for Americans, but we can find $40 billion to bail out a foreign country for the 23rd time. That just happens to help out Bessent's former colleagues from Soros Fund Management. Oh, and Congress? Not involved. Zero oversight. The Treasury Secretary just decided. I'm old enough to remember when Trump promised America first, but it's clear that he's putting himself and his billionaire buddies first. America first is a hell of a slogan. Too bad it only applies if you're a hedge fund manager who used to work with the Treasury Secretary.
So, government's shut down. Government workers are being fired, laid off. Military and other government workers are not being paid. Farmers are bankrupt. And we gave $20 billion bailout to Argentina. Oh wait, I'm sorry. As of today, we doubled that. The Great Pumpkin gave $40 billion to Argentina today in a bailout that we'll never see again. This is not America first. This is not America. Period, people. You all need to wake up. Seriously.
Snap out of it. He doesn't care about any one of us.
Trump is giving another $20 billion to Argentina. We've now given them $40 billion in the last week. How much has gone to American farmers? Zero. Trump also wasn't going to pay the military. They said they weren't paying the military during the shutdown. Oh well, military always gets paid during the shutdown, not under Donald Trump. He said no. Why? This was my favorite. A couple days ago, the Treasury Secretary, when announcing the additional $20 billion for Argentina, said, oh, we can't pay the military because of the shutdown. We're not allowed to. Oh, you're not allowed to pay the military during the shutdown, but you're allowed to pay Argentina. That's nice. Now, here's another point, too. $40 freaking billion. You know how much money they saved by shutting down AID, our foreign aid program that ended up killing lots of children in Africa? $14 to $16 billion they saved. We just pissed it away. $40 billion they gave to Argentina. These guys don't care about money. They are so fiscally reckless. They shut down these programs because they wanted to hurt people. They shut down these programs because they thought it was Democrats, like only Democrats care about helping people. That's why they cut money from Medicaid. That's why they cut money from the ACA. They're not letting us renew the subsidies for your health insurance. The prices are going to double because of Republicans. And now we've got this.
Oh, MAGA. I just wanted to get some thoughts because the ranking member of the Agriculture Committee, Angie Rice, is now reporting that Daddy Dump has decided we are upping our bailout for Argentina from $20 billion to $40 billion. Meanwhile, our soy farmers in Arkansas and all of the ranchers and farmers in Nebraska are going broke. What happened to America first? I want some feedback. Does anybody have some thoughts they want to share? I'd love to hear how we backpedal on this one.
So American soybean farmers are not happy. Patriots check in, this Secret Service Sam. President LDJT is sending not 20 billion, I believe, but now 40 billion dollars to Argentina. But there is a catch. He said there was no catch. He's just doing it, to just bail them out instead of bailing out us and our farmers. We just love to send money overseas, don't we? Why my money? I don't want to send my money overseas. I'd like to fix things here in my city, in my state. But anyway, I'm digressulating. The soybean farmers are not happy because they want trade, not aid. You get what I mean? I like that little rhyme they came up with. But then it's so funny because DJT says, unless Malay wins, the far right president, if the far left president wins, they don't get the money. So there's he said in one interview, no, he wouldn't, there's no stipulation. And then in the other interview, he said, no, the president he likes has to win. I don't know. Patriots, do the research for yourself. This is your world. I'm just spinning it.
Alright guys, there you have it actually. Yeah, I can't believe it either. Doubling the bailout money from $20 billion to $40 billion is just outrageous. It's unthinkable. It's unbelievable because we know that US farmers are struggling. Those are some of the people who have been actually hit hard by the Orange Man's policy because they actually went ahead and voted against their best interest without actually trying to do any kind of research. Now they're finding out that, wait a minute, this man actually betrayed us. He lied to us because we thought that he was going to make America great again by bringing back jobs to American soil, by hitting China and the rest of the world that was, in quotes, ripping America off to make America great and the economy to become the best economy in the world. But they're finding out real hard that, wait a minute, the tariffs actually are paid by us, American exporters, not China, not Europe, not Canada, not Mexico. You're the ones that actually pay the tariffs. And to make it even worse, other countries, especially China, which was the biggest customer of American soybeans and American farm produce, just hit retaliatory tariffs against American farmers and stopped actually buying from America. They jumped ship and went to Brazil and Argentina, and yet the Orange Man goes ahead and hands not 20 but 40 billion US dollars to Argentina, a country that is the second biggest competitors of American soybean farmers, especially now that they just cut their taxes on soybeans so that they can sell soybeans cheaply to China. And this is crazy, man. Honestly, America First was never really about all Americans. It was about protecting certain interests, big agriculture, oil, and corporations. But even those groups are getting played now. The Argentina bailout exposes that the America First policy has always been about power first, not the people first. When working class farmers and American citizens who are desperate for healthcare actually lose out, it tells you that the America First policy was just a marketing tool. It was a slogan, not a plan. Now, it is good to also say that some media outlets are also pointing out that the bailout are a political tool, not just an act of charity. When you hear $40 billion bailout, that's not a random act of generosity. It's geopolitics. Argentina is under pressure, especially the president of Argentina, who has been aggressively anti-China, and Washington wants to keep them close. So this bailout isn't actually about helping Argentinian people. It's about keeping another government in America's orbit. Meanwhile, the folks in Mississippi, Iowa, Detroit are struggling to pay their bills, yet they're told no funding. American farmers in Nebraska, Texas, Florida, everywhere, they're crying and begging for bailouts, yet they're told, wait a minute, the government is shut down, there is no funding, it's the Dems' fault that everything is happening. Can you believe that? You got funds to bail out another country, yet you don't have funds to actually help American farmers. What America First policy is this? What great America is this? Is this what you wanted, MAGA? Is this the great America that you actually voted for? Let me know in the comments, because I really want to hear, especially if one of the MAGA supporters is watching this video. I really want to hear from y'all. Do you think you still support the Make America Great Again slogan? Do you think it was genuine or just a campaign slogan and marketing tool? Because we are seeing some double standards here when the people who actually promised you to bring America back to its former glory, to make America great again, to put American people first, are actually considering bailing out another country, yet its own people, especially them farmers, are crying for help and getting nothing, when the people of America, especially the less fortunate, are running a risk of losing their healthcare, Medicaid, Medicare. Why? Because the Repubs want to gut funding for healthcare, Medicaid, and Medicare, all because they claim the government doesn't have enough money and they want to cut on cost, yet it has enough to go ahead and bail out another country. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about today's episode? I really feel sad for these MAGA voters, especially when they come looking for sympathy online, crying how they regret their vote, they're leaving MAGA, the orange man is not the man he used to be. What do you mean he's not the man he used to be? He's exactly what he was back in his first term as US president back in 2017. It's exactly what he did to farmers. And then you guys cried for bailouts then, you're crying for bailouts now. So what is new? There is nothing new. He ran a campaign of mass deportations, tariffs, and that's exactly what he has done. The economy is actually collapsing because of people who did not want to vote for their best interest out of hatred and racism. They thought the policies were supposed to hurt other people, yet forgetting that, yeah, it does trickle down to everybody because everybody is actually connected in the same economy. Let me know in the comments your opinion down below. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and as always, see you in the next episode.